Hi, I'm Orly,
And I'm Noelle.
and we're here with PreVeil's Compliance Corner. Today's CMMC domain that we're going to talk about is incident response. Well, why don't you give us the 411 on this?
Sure thing, Orly. Incident response is an organized approach to addressing and monitoring the aftermath of a security breach, cyber attack, or any other type of cyber security related or IT security related incident.
Noel, why don't you help us with this next one on an incident response plan? I know you and I have talked a lot about how this is often one of the most complicated and time, I hate to use this word, but it's the biggest time suck that many companies will face in terms of their development.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this really is, such a huge part of security. I mean, because incidents unfortunately will happen at some point, and you want to minimize them as much as possible. It's the whole idea behind CMMC and NIST and so many different frameworks, but incidents are going to happen. So what is the handling of those incidents? Who are the people that are notified? How are they notified? What are your communications? Where do those communications live? How do you document that information? How do you document your lessons learned? Do you have an after action report? Do you have a conversation with all of the stakeholders after the incident happens? There's so many different pieces and parts. So, I mean, it looks so simple here where you're saying, oh, incident handling and reporting and testing, easy. And it's definitely misleading because it's not only how you handle the incident or how you report it, but then also the testing as well. So are you having tabletop exercises quarterly with all of the people who were involved with, the pre-identified possible incidents you want to talk about? Or are you having an in-person training with everybody? Are you having a combination of both? Again, it goes back to, if you don't have that stuff documented, it's going to be much more difficult to have a conversation with the auditor and be able to prove that you really are checking those three very large boxes under incident response.
Yeah, and this is one that takes a large amount of time, but is super important both to the company and to the auditor.
Absolutely, yeah, and to the security of CUI. I mean, quite frankly, so it's a very, very important piece. And again, it's very misleading that it's, it doesn't look like it's that much, but really there's so much involved in those different sections.
We hope you enjoyed this video.
And if you enjoyed this one, please check out the 13 others we have in this series.